Welcome, welcome. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Linda.
Love your glasses.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Styling.
you. If you got to wear them, they're kind of like shoes for me. I've got so many pairs. Love my glasses. Hi, Dan. Hey, Anastasia. I think most people, I know a few of you know each other, but feel free while we're waiting for a few more people to pop in to drop in the chat a little bit about who you are, what in one sentence, what do you do to help your clients? I'd love for all of you to also be getting to know each other through this process. So feel free to do that, and I'm gonna give a couple more minutes to let a few more people jump on. There will also be a recording, and obviously as we go through all this information today, I'd invite and encourage any of you, if you know some other amazing guest expert speakers that might be a good fit, that you by all means share this information with them. And I'd love to have a chat with any other awesome experts. And as we get ready to get started, just, I know, of course, I personally know all of you, so I know that comes Mary Beth. Just that you know, pop a 1 in the chat if you know that summits and speaking is a really fabulous way to grow your list, to position yourself as an expert and an authority in your space, right? To not only get more leads, but more qualified leads, especially if you're positioning yourself and run in front of the right audience, and ultimately serving people amazing value while making more money yourself if done right. Right. So if you said yes to any one of those questions, you are absolutely in the right place. And yes, Julie, you've been supporting. I know Anastasia does a lot of work in the support side of summits and podcast speaking and entrepreneurship. So I want to acknowledge you for being here today and for taking another step in your journey of visibility and thought leadership and positioning yourself as an expert. And so what we're going to be going over today is a little bit about the summit goals, the goals for the summit, for the audience, for the speakers, a little bit about the revenue share and affiliate marketing opportunity that all of the speakers will have. We're going to go over all of the marketing plans for making sure this is a super exciting and well-attended summit, because how many of you ever struggle with getting butts in seats? I know it's been a huge, big thing for me sometimes, and for a lot of the entrepreneurs that I talk about. And what I love about summits is that it's actually a way to collectively and collaboratively bring together an audience, right? So you're not left to do it all alone, nor am I, nor is any one person. So we're using the power of that rising tide that lifts all boats to gather an audience together, the right audience that will be a great fit for your topic matter. We're going to talk about the talk, your signature talk format, because the way that we're doing it on this summit is maybe a little bit different than some of the other summits that you've either attended or been a speaker on. So I'll go over what my plan is for each of you as a speaker on how you can deliver massive value that not just helps the audience, but helps transform them into your community. So you can start that nurturing process of know, like, and trust, and lead them down that path to working with you. Because let's face it, that's what we're all here for, right? Is to get out there and spread the word and get new clients. So I'm super passionate and committed about helping you do that process more effectively so that you can actually leverage this time that you're going to spend as a speaker on the summit to your advantage, so that you can actually get business, get clients, make money out of participating in this event. I'm going to talk a little bit about the offer that you're going to be able to present at the end of your talk, as well as an opportunity to embellish a VIP package, because we'll be doing that with the audience. We'll talk a little bit about the responsibilities of you as a speaker, and also of me as the host, and what the summit will be providing to you, so you know that you're going to be supported effectively if you choose to move forward as a speaker on the summit. And last but not least, I'll go over some next steps if you feel that it's a fit and you would like to move forward. So before we get started, I think all of you know, most of you know who I am, but just a quick little summary, just to remind you, I'm actually a twice published author. Most of you know I was a financial advisor for over 13 years, struggling on the income roller coaster until I wrote my first book to support that business. And my results were so transformational that I decided to completely shift gears and move into teaching other entrepreneurs how they could use a book to actually up level their results. Because for me, that was a profound change in my business. And I was super excited about being able to share that with other people. So I've since gone on to publish my second book, which supports the book coaching business. And I will actually have 2 more books published by the end of this year. So by the end of 2023, I'll be a 4-time published author. I've held dozens, probably more like thousands of workshops and masterclasses and challenges to support my business and to support the learning of the entrepreneurs that I work with. I've done hundreds of podcast interviews to help promote my business. I've spoken on dozens of summits, and I've done a handful of giveaways. So before we start on the agenda, I'd love to take a feel in the room for where everybody's at in their speaking journey and some of the marketing things that they've done to help grow their business. So for example, I'd love you to pop a 1 in the chat if you've ever been a speaker in the past on a summit. So we're talking a summit, because I'm going to go through a bunch. So Mary Beth is a 1. If you can pop it in the chat, because I'm going to actually go back through this later. I want to see where everybody's at. So pop a 1 in the chat if yes, you have spoken on a summit before in the past. And if you are brand new to potentially doing a summit as a guest speaker, maybe do like a 1.1 or a 1-1, so I can, when I go back through this, I know where you're at with respect to how many things you've done for growing your business using speaking as a tool. The other thing I want to know is how many of you have ever participated in a giveaway? So pop a 2 in the chat if you've ever participated in a giveaway. So where you've been asked by a giveaway host to provide a free downloadable, a digital asset, something that they can use to promote a huge big giveaway. They're very popular, usually around like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas. People will do these usually themed around gift giving type of holidays. But if you've ever participated in a giveaway, pop me a 2 in the chat. If you've never done one, but you've heard of them and you think they might be a good idea, pop that 2.1 or 2-1 or whatever that again would be in the chat, just to let me know that that's something that, you know, you might be interested in, because I'm always coming across other amazing speaking opportunities and gift giving opportunities, lead and list generating opportunities. And I'd love to share those with you if they ever come across my desk. So I see that Julie has done a giveaway. This would be possibly your first summit. That's awesome. Mary Beth has done summits. Linda's been participating in giveaways. So I see lots of stuff in the chat. That's awesome. Number 3 is podcast guesting. So in this case, I want to know if you either have a podcast, put an H in the chat for you're a host of a podcast. If you've ever been a guest on a podcast, put a G in the chat for that. And again, if you have never been a podcast guest, but you know that podcast guesting could be a really fabulous way to up level your visibility and get in front of people, pop that 3. That's what you'll use the 3 for. If you've never done it, but you want to, pop me a 3 in the chat for that, for podcast guesting. The next one is for 4 is workshops. So if you've ever delivered your own workshop or masterclass to either your own audience, or you've done it as a guest expert speaker in someone else's community or Facebook group or in front of their audience, if you've ever been a guest workshop host. So this is less than a little less than speaking, but more like a training, a facilitated type of activity. And I see that lots of you have done that as well. Alana and Cindy and Linda and Margine. Yes. And Julie has done it as a guest expert. Awesome. 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 I love it. And Dan's working on his masterclass now. Woo-hoo, awesome. I love doing workshops and masterclasses to be able to teach and give value to grow my business. And then last but not least, number 5, how many of you are a published author? Whether it's your very own book unique to you, or whether you were a author in a collaborative book, a contributing author. So if you've been an author or a contributing author, I want you to drop a 5 in the chat. And again, you can drop a 5.1 if you know that you have a book on your heart and that's something that you would eventually, or maybe less than sooner rather than later, get done to accomplish to grow your business. Soon, says Cindy. Yes, I know you are almost done yours. I have a few almost doners in this room right now. So excited about that. That's amazing. And Margine is already a published author, and so is Linda. Awesome. Congratulations. So hopefully through this experience too, you'll learn a few more tips and tricks if your book is not already bringing you clients on how you can up level your marketing to do that. So let's just dive into the agenda then. Thank you so much for participating and letting me know where you're at in your speaker and authority positioning journey of getting the word out there. It's not always easy to get visible. But for me, this whole concept of the Influential Entrepreneur Summit came from my love of getting out there and speaking and using, and most of you who already know me know that that's kind of my biggest thing, is I use the book in conjunction with speaking, right? The book is just one marketing tactic. And of course, we know there are millions of marketing tactics out there. So if anybody gets caught in bright, shiny object syndrome, sometimes I do as well. I'm running down all of the different marketing rabbit holes. But I understand that there's a lot of power in getting out and growing my audience using audiences that have already been developed, right? So the biggest challenge with the butts in seat problem is solved if you could go find an audience that already exists or that's being grown by someone else, and then step in front of that audience as a guest expert speaker or as a guest expert trainer and get your message out, right? So wouldn't you agree it's so much easier if you could just show up and talk and not have to do all of the hard work to gather the audience? So if that is something that you've struggled with, then I hope that you'll be excited about this opportunity that we're going to chat about today. So I want to thank you for your interest in being a speaker. And we're going to go through kind of this little agenda about what some next steps and what that might look like for you if you decide to move forward. So the Influential Entrepreneurs Summit was born from my, again, love of getting out and speaking. And I wanted to be able to share this opportunity with other people. And what it's going to be is a 3-day virtual summit packed with education for entrepreneurs to help them grow their business and be more successful. Basically, everything an entrepreneur, a coach, a course creator, an author, a speaker, a healer, someone who is growing their business as an entrepreneur so that they can learn all of the tools and the skills that they need to have a better business. So, and up level, right? Their influence, their income, and their impact. And what you would be doing as a speaker, of course, is providing all of these tools and resources and education and tips, right? And strategies that they can use to get to where they want to be faster than what they're being able to do it on their own right now. So as a guest speaker, you will be playing a very important role in shaping this event. You'll have some responsibilities pre-event, during the event, and post-event, which we'll go over in a little bit. But the most important thing to remember is that all of the speakers, when we put our joint efforts together, our joint knowledge together, and our joint marketing forces together, then we're going to be able to make this event beneficial to everyone. So my biggest goal is to create this win-win-win strategy. It's going to be a win for the audience. So the people that are coming here are going to get the best of the best advice from people just like you. For you, I want this to be an opportunity for you to grow your list, with qualified leads. So us building our audience together, we know we're inviting the right people. We're going to be getting that opportunity to really step on stage, shine, present yourself as the expert you are, and really be able to magnify and amplify your audience, your message, your network, your list, right? And everyone who registers, the audience that's going to be participating, of course, will be able to attend for free. And they will also have the option to upgrade into a VIP ticket. So I'm going to be doing an early bird VIP ticket pricing at $49 for all of the attendees who want to get access to the recordings of the talks, thousands of dollars worth of online training that will be gifted by our guest speakers. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But needless to say, one of the most exciting parts for me is that you're actually going to be able to participate in the revenue share of the VIP upgrade ticket. So all speakers are going to get a unique affiliate link as they share the event with their audience. And anybody who upgrades, I'm going to be giving you 50% of each upgrade as your of the ticket price as a result of your referral. And as we get closer to the summit date, the VIP ticket pricing will go up to $97. So again, you'll still have the opportunity to receive that 50% of the ticket pricing through your unique affiliate link, which kind of segues into how are we going to be marketing the event. And so together, all of the speakers, we will be marketing this event through our mailing lists. So my mailing list, your mailing list, all of our mailing lists, and through all of your social channels. So anytime that you're out speaking or networking or sending messages and promotion to your own email list or to your social channels, you will have the opportunity to share that unique link and invite people to attend the summit. You'll be provided with all of the copy, all of the resources that you need. So you don't have to be thinking about, oh my God, this is going to be such a chore to market. I am going to give you all of the email copy, all of the invitation copy, all of the social media post copy, and graphics to go along with it so that you're absolutely 100% supported with all the material that you need to be able to just go copy, paste, post. Simple, easy peasy, and especially even easier if you already have an assistant that you can just hand over the files of copy and the graphics and get them to schedule those in and get them out. You'll also be provided with a promotion schedule. So you don't even have to think about like, when should I do it? When's the best time? We'll just be on a track to be doing it together. We'll also be doing a lot of marketing support calls. So in the weeks leading up to the event, we'll be getting on a call every single week. One of the things that I've noticed by many of the summits that I've attended is that the ones that are most well attended, the ones that get the most registrations, and the ones that are the most fun and have the most participation and engagement are the ones where the speakers are being supported with speaker calls. So we're going to do speaker support calls once a week, whether it's talk prep and talk readiness, whether it's marketing support, or whether it's how to best come up with a VIP gift, a call to action gift that's going to translate into customers. We're going to be supporting you through this with weekly speaker support calls. Which brings me to the format of your talk. So on a lot of the summits that I've been on, you're supposed to provide, of course, your juicy talk title, and you're supposed to show up with a talk that you're going to deliver anywhere from between a half an hour to an hour. So in the case of this summit, we're going to be doing half an hour time slots. Your talk should only probably be about 25 minutes because there'll be a little intro and an outro between the talks. And instead of though you having to be completely responsible for coming up with your summit talk, what we're going to be doing a little bit differently at the Influential Entrepreneur Summit is I'm going to be giving you your talk structure so that you're going to know ahead of time exactly what you need to be talked about. We're going to be doing it interview style. So I'm going to be on the line with you. You're not just going to be a talking head, a one-way conversation. It's going to be a conversational conversation in the format of what is your strategy, your tactic, your tool, or your advice that you're going to be giving the audience. Who is this tool, tactic, tip, strategy, or advice best suited for? So who is your intended audience? What is the problem that your tool, strategy, tactic, tip, advice solves? What problem does that strategy solve for your audience? And when they implement this strategy through 1 to 3 action steps you're going to give them at the end of your talk, what is the result that they can expect, the benefit that they can expect to receive from implementing your expert strategy, tool, tip, tactic, right? And what this is going to do is, first of all, take the guesswork of you having to create a talk, if that is something that bothers you. It's also going to put all of the speakers, whether seasoned or newer, on the same playing field. Because have you ever shown up on a summit where some of the talks you go to are like, oh my gosh, that speaker was so amazing. He was incredible. And then you go to the next one and you're like, oh my God, that was like listening to nails on a chalkboard, right? So this summit is going to up level everybody's speaking, because you're going to know in advance exactly the format that I'm going to be using to bring you on and make you shine like a freaking rock star. So the whole purpose of me being able to be here and support you as the summit host is to make you look like the expert that you are, right? My job is not to try and ask you a question to stump you or make you feel stupid or like tumble over your tongue. My job is to support you to be the best and most excellent summit guest that you can be. And so you'll be given all of this well in advance of the summit, so you can prepare your answers, and so that you know exactly what it is that you're going to want to talk about, and you can practice it and get everything all ready for success. And like I said, we're going to talk also on future speaker calls about what makes a fabulous and amazing call to action, freebie, free gift for the audience that makes them take action right then and there and go, oh my gosh, I want that now, and click on the link and download it and get on your list. Because again, a lot of the summits that I've been, which is like, enter your freebie into the chat, and then people forget to save the chat, they never click on the link. Well, I've got a methodology that's going to make sure that your link gets clicked and gets opened by the audience and gets downloaded, so these people can then be on your list, so you can start nurturing the relationship with them and leading them down your sales path, working with you. Before I go on to speaker responsibilities, does anybody have, I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to take a quick break and pause for questions. Does anybody have any questions? Shine like a freaking rock star. Yes, Mary Beth, I'm going to make you shine like a freaking rock star. And I have an idea that could be a video series, like a Netflix docuseries. Yes, I love that. Linda, why don't you unmute yourself? Go ahead and ask your question.
Thanks, Kim. Do you have dates?
Yes, absolutely. The summit will be held from November 7th to November 9th. I am expecting between 36 to 52 speakers. We'll be going all day. Your speaker slot will be a half an hour, so rest assured you don't have to be there for all 3 days. You can, if you're a busy, thriving entrepreneur, like I know you are, you can pop in for your speaker slot. Of course, you can go and support other speakers during their talks, or go to talks that are of interest to you to learn more about. right? There's going to be experts everywhere, but your commitment will be a half an hour time slot in one of those 3 days. I will do my best to make sure that everybody gets slotted in to a date that works for them. And I also anticipate the possibility of maybe having to do some pre-recorded interviews. And if I do and have too many speakers, I might add in a fourth bonus summit date with all of the pre-recorded speakers. Julie.
Does the 30 minutes include Q&A, or will there be Q&A time after our presentation? How does that gonna work?
No, it's going to be probably about a 20-minute, you should aim for a 20-minute total talk time between us presenting the strategy. Maybe 5 minutes for talk and wrap up, and then it'll be like announcements for next speaker and what. It'll be a really tight schedule. So it'll be that half an hour max before we're jumping onto the next line with the next speaker.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any questions about that kind of stuff? Cindy.
What's the title of the summit?
The title is the Influential Entrepreneur Summit.
Okay.
So everything a coach, a course creator, a author, a speaker, a healer, an entrepreneur of any sort will need to up-level their influence, income, and impact. I'm looking at 3 kind of main pillars of topic matter. I'm looking at a money, a mindset, and a marketing pillar is kind of my general overall 3 core pillars for the summit. However, you know, could be things that maybe don't quite fit into one of those pillars. I'm expecting a lot of people to be speaking on productivity and time management and leadership and organization and all that kind of stuff that might not fit specifically and perfectly into one of those pillars, but that would kind of be the overarching theme for the summit.
You know what's funny is that I just posted on LinkedIn and Facebook yesterday and today that I'm actually looking to interview anybody in MLM, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, online marketing for a new podcast that I'm starting, A Wealthier You Little by Little.
I love it. That's amazing.
Talking about the universe, like I already have a Healthier You Little by Little, but my company's Health to Wealth, and I haven't had to talk about wealth. So, I mean, look at all of you here today. Maybe you want to be part of the podcast.
And I mean, what a benefit of being in a community of guest expert speakers, right? I absolutely use this platform, this community as an opportunity to connect with each other. It's another bonus of attending all of those speaker support calls, right? It's an opportunity for you guys to get to know each other, to collaborate, to build stronger networks together. I really, truly believe in that whole collaborative aspect. Meet with each other, have one-on-ones outside of here. Who knows what could come from being in this speaker community together. Yeah.
I love it, Kim. I'm so grateful that you brought us all together. I think it's like timely, and I think in the world of disconnection, we need the connection. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm going to be sharing some exciting stuff coming up. So the opportunity, one of the biggest things that I value in my business is leverage, right? I got into business to create time and money freedom for myself and for my family. And how many of you kind of find yourself maybe spending more than 40 hours a week working on your business, right? Not what I got into business for. I want to be able to start doing activities that leverage my time more effectively, right? At some point, as an entrepreneur, we are going to, as we're growing and building our business, we're either investing time or we're investing money to grow our business, to be more efficient, to save time, and to up-level money, right? So that, and it's not even about the money. Would you agree? It's about what money can buy for you. It's about the lifestyle that the money provides. It's not just about like, hey, I want to get rich and I'm all greedy and like all after the money. I want the money so that I can spend, you know, Friday afternoon when I get off this call, not working for the rest of the long weekend while my dad's in town, right? I'm building this business so I can buy back my time and my life to be able to travel like I'm doing right now. Hence the digital background, in case anybody feels like I'm ghosty. But I'm not in a space where my regular background is amazing. So I got the digital one on. But travel is really profoundly important to me. And so I've built and created a business where I can go and do that. And I know that whether it's traveling, or whether it's spending more time with your children or your grandchildren or your spouse, you know, or your pets, whatever it is that you want money to do for you, to buy back for you, that's what we're all in this together. And so I do have an opportunity. I'm going to be speaking with you on a future speaker support call about how to turn your summit interview literally into 5 assets in that one. Sorry, there's fire trucks and ambulances flying past my house. If anybody can hear them, I apologize. So to be able to turn your half an hour summit interview, which will be a lead generating tool, especially for those who upgrade to VIP and get unlimited access to the recording. So, you know, not everything even happens during the summit dates when people are downloading, but people that go and watch the replays and happenstance upon you that way, right? Because they were an audience that you put yourself in front of, where you can be growing your list even after the fact of the summit. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to have 5 assets. So not only the summit interview, but the summit interview, but a podcast episode, a workshop in a membership community, a guest expert membership community. I'm going to be talking about how to turn this summit interview into I already said the podcast episode, a giveaway. So I'm planning to use all of the VIP gifts and the freebie gifts as a giveaway for Black Friday. So 3 weeks after the summit, your gifts are going out again to another audience of people who are primed and ready to accept the freebies when everyone else is talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, right? And last but not least, my favorite, how to possibly turn your summit interview into a chapter in a collaborative book. So I've got lots of exciting stuff to share with you. 5 assets in one. How's that for leveraging your time? 1/2 hour, 5 juicy assets, bringing leads into your business on autopilot. So I'm excited to share that with you at some time. Yes, puppy time. And I know Cindy's got a brand new puppy, so I'm sure you're loving to spend puppy time. So let me just talk a little bit about, and we'll wrap up really shortly. I don't have that much to go through, but just kind of some of the speaker responsibilities. So there's clarity and transparency. And then when you, your final step for this will be to, I'll send you to a link to apply to be the speaker, to be a speaker, and in which case you'll get all of this that I've kind of been going through today in writing. So there'll be clarity with what everything about all your expectations, my expectations to you, and all of that good stuff. So let me just grab my notes for that right now. So we've talked about the format, and your offer. I think I briefly mentioned it, but at the offer at the end of your talk, you'll obviously be able to offer a free gift, a PDF, a checklist, a downloadable ebook, or audio or video recordings, or whatever. We'll do a session on what makes a really fabulous end of talk gift, one that people want to click on and get on your list for, right? The only thing you're not allowed to do during your talk is make a paid offer to the audience, because our paid offer to the audience at that point is to upgrade to the VIP package, because we want as many people getting future access to the recordings as possible. However, because of that VIP package, you will be able to offer a second gift that will be exclusive to the VIP audience only. So again, on that call for what makes a good gift, we'll talk about what makes a great VIP gift as well. So you'll all be invited to that call where we'll go over that information for you. Responsibilities as a guest speaker. So obviously you'll need to provide us with some information. So in that speaker application form that you're going to receive, there'll be all the usual great stuff like your name, your topic matter, your talk title. Even though we've got a formatted way that we're doing the interview, we'll still need a nice juicy talk title that makes people want to come and listen to your talk, right? I'll need a bio, a short radio caption, a bio. Again, we can go through all of that in more detail. It will be in the speaker application form, so you don't have to worry about remembering all this right now. You'll need a headshot for me to be able to provide all of your promo graphics for you to be able to blast to social media. We're going to ask that all speakers commit to sending a minimum of 3 marketing emails to your main mailing list to be able to promote the event, and 3 minimum of social posts to your platforms, whatever your preferred platforms are, but ideally the platforms where you think this audience is hanging out, right? Where are the coaches and course creators and speakers and entrepreneurs that you know? Where are they hanging out, and where can you be inviting them to join you at the summit to hear your talk and to hear the talk of all of the other amazing guest expert speakers? And again, rest assured, you will be provided with all of the copy. You will be provided with all the graphics. You'll be provided with an affiliate link, and you'll be provided with a promo schedule. So you don't even have to think about it. It's literally, it'll be simple as, hey, today email number 1 needs to go out. You'll go grab the folder, copy, paste, post, done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then, of course, as part of your requirement, make sure that on the day of the event that you have access to super reliable internet. You have a great computer that's working and not crashing, with a decent sound system. So whether you use a headset, whether you have a microphone that you use, make sure that you're ready to deliver a really fabulous talk at the time of your talk. You'll need to be available 5 minutes before your talk time to just make sure we can do one last quick tech check before we go live. And then that's it. We will go live. We will make you look like a freaking rock star, a speaker, an expert, and we will be able to deliver your free gift to the audience. And you will have me, of course, on the call as your host, and we will also have on every single person's call a tech host. So you don't have to be worried about dropping links into the chat or monitoring the chat or doing any of that. That's what myself and my team are going to handle for you, so that all you literally need to do is show up, take a deep breath, and deliver a fabulous presentation. Yes, Cindy.
How do we know we're not overlapping? I don't even know what I'm talking about, because I have like a couple of different things between my book and my health business and my communication business.
Yeah, so that's a really great question. And I definitely have speakers that I've invited that some of them do cross contaminate. That's not the right. Somehow cross-pollinate. And that's okay, because we're going to be a multi-day event and multi-speaker. What I'd love for you to do is, let me know what your number 1, your primary talk that you would like to give is. Ideally, it matches what the audience that we're gathering is, right? What is your best talk that has your best tool, tip, resource, or strategy to help an entrepreneur become more influential, right? Up level their influence, their income, their impact in their life. So
do you have a list already, Kim, of everybody? Like, is there a Facebook page that you have all this information disseminated on?
So this is my very first speaker information call. I do have a list of over 130 people that I have attached potential topics to, because I know who they are, right? And so 100%, no matter what, we will slot you in and get you the topic that I think and you think will resonate the best with the audience and get you the most conversion. So for me, it's about helping you grow your audience in the best possible way. So we will have a Facebook community for the Influential Entrepreneur Summit, and you'll be able to connect and collaborate with all of the speakers. That's all being put together in the behind the scenes right now. And I've got lists of topics. I'm happy to put them out, but really I'm looking for people who can help in all areas. Like I'm looking for experts. Like I'm a book marketer. I've been talking to somebody who does Google and LinkedIn ads, but a Facebook ad expert, a community, community building experts like Anastasia. There's so many topics. There's anything that to help somebody up level their sales, their marketing skills, how to use email marketing as a strategy. Pretty much there's no topic off limits if it's something that will help up level the skills of entrepreneurs online today in our really busy and competitive marketplace online. Yes, the first is the most challenging. Lots of moving parts, Dan. There's no joke. This whole organizing a summit is no joke. Not for the faint of heart. Julie, you got a question?
That is for sure. I'm a project manager for summits, and is it going to be I put it in the chat, but it's kind of flying through here. Is it going to be Zoom meeting or Zoom webinar?
Zoom meeting. I'm going to invite audience members in to the Zoom room. Yep.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. I prefer, and that's just a preference for me, right? I thrive on audience participation and seeing reactions of people and nodding heads and raising hands, and it'll give you the opportunity to engage with the audience too, right? Where we can save the chat. So something like I did earlier, right? If you want to be asking your audience any kinds of engaging questions and taking a pulse of where they're at, then having the meeting or the meeting version versus the webinar version is really, I find, a fabulous way to do that. Was there an email that went out with the details? Nope, there has not been an email gone out to the list yet. This was the first one. This was an invite by invite only speaker info call, and it's all going to go on. Great question, Cindy. There's a $49 speaker admin fee to apply. And then I will be talking about potential upgrades to some of those additional resources that I talked about, and I will be giving all of the details that in a future speaker call once I have more of the speakers kind of locked in. But $49 gets you access to the full summit, all the recordings for you, access to the affiliate links, the graphics, everything you need to promote. And your time slot for the summit. Refundable if we are not chosen as a speaker, absolutely. Non-refundable, obviously, if you're chosen as a speaker. I know some summits do the $300, they refund $250 of the $49 if you meet your attendance requirements of bringing in attendance. I'm not going to do that. I'm hoping that we're going to foster and create an environment here where everybody wants to help support and promote. I'm not going to enforce it by up-leveling the fee. I would rather get more speakers and then encourage and support promotion versus, leading with the iron fist of, if you don't get 20 registrants, you're not getting your money back. It's not really my style. So, great questions. See if there was anything else I didn't go over. Yeah, I think that was about it. So unless you guys have any other questions.
So Kim, just to ask again to clarify, so if you have two people from the same company, let's say it's Isagenix, for example, and you have two people from Isagenix, will you permit only one, or will you allow two, or you just already know that you haven't cross-pollinated companies?
I haven't cross-pollinated companies like that. However, I'll give you an example. At the last summit I spoke on, the Authority, Influence, and Profit Summit, I was there as a book coach. There was another book coach there, but she was talking about how to use AI to write a book. I was talking about how to use your book as a marketing tool to grow your business. Our topics were slightly different, even though we're both book coaches. So I'm going to do my best to include anybody who wants to be included, but then have topics that are slightly different, right? And, I know you know this as well as most other people. I don't really feel as much that this is that there's competition. Like, I feel like people will resonate with me, and there would have been other people that might resonate with her, or resonate with her strategy more than my strategy. So I'm, but I'm definitely wanting to make sure to support people in having topics that are different enough that everybody's getting access and visibility.
Perfect. Thank you.
And yes, I love that collaboration over competition. For me, 100%. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And we'll work to massage the topic to make sure that everybody's got a unique space. Does anyone else have any other questions before I wrap up? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop the link to go and register. Where's my spreadsheet of a million things? Speakers. Go. And that would be your next step. If you are interested in participating, here is the link. I love it. I knew you'd be in. You're a yes woman. You say yes to all the opportunities. There's your link to pay for your application fee. And once that comes through, you will be sent a link to the application form, which will have, again, all of the details, all of the requirements, and all of the spots to drop all of that information that I need: talk titles, bios, headshots, all the good things, so we can start start marketing the summit, and start getting you all of the information that you need to rock your talk and get more leads, more qualified leads, and make more money using summits as a business building opportunity. And I hope to see all of you there. You all have amazing messages and amazing value to provide.
Looks like there's a couple people with questions.
Dan.
And then Anastasia.
Yes.
If we have somebody that we think might be a good fit for this, how would you want us to get them in touch with you?
You can, I'm doing another speaker information call next Friday for people that want a general type call. I'm also happy to chat with somebody one-on-one if you wanted to triangulate an introduction. Messenger is usually the best way to do that with me.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Dan. Anastasia.
Didn't have a question, it's just more of a comment
Yeah.
related to multiple speakers in the same type of industry.
Mhm.
Most people will have, slightly different perspective on the same topic, different way of approaching something. So even if it's exactly the same topic, it'll be a different talk. So
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And I'll work with that, right? If there is people that go, hey, that talk title sounds like pretty much identically to what I'm going to be talking about, we can massage that. We can always have a conversation. Absolutely, door wide open. And as it's been said in the chat as well, collaboration over competition every time. There is so much room for growth here that I'm excited by all the leads that everyone's going to get using this as a lead gen tool.
oh, I did have a question though. I just thought of one.
Yep.
How many attendees are you kind of expecting?
I'm expecting about 1,000 plus attendees.
Okay.
So my math is, if we had 36 to 50 speakers and everybody was able to even just get 20 people out of their list to just register as a free attendee, there's easily 1,000 people walking through the doors of the summit. And then I know I've been on many summits where some people get 100 attendees, some people only get 2. So it's all going to be a bit of an algorithm, but my anticipation is about 1,000 attendees for this first round of this summit. Yeah. Woohoo! Lynn's in, and Cindy, and Julie, and Alana. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all of you and all the talks you're going to come up with and all the leads you're going to get. I'm super excited to support you in that. Well, together we will make it a wild success. Dan's in too. Yay, you guys. I'm so excited for you. And yes, feel free if you know somebody else who's a fabulous expert and that helps other entrepreneurs, another B2B expert, coach, course creator. I've got lots of people on the list, but you just never know who's going to be in and who's going to be out. So spread the word, bring your friends. Let's all do this together. Lynn.
I love that we match. I just had a thought, and I'm not, attached to this at all, but speaking of like this collaboration versus cooperation and also moving into this new way of really giving value, I started listening to this book called The Blue Ocean Strategy, which is creating a completely new way instead of trying to compete with all the other ways that other people are doing. And I almost like the idea of putting talks that are alike together next to each other so that when the people come, they're coming for a block that interests them. If there's 3 on whatever, you know what I mean? So that because we all know that people are going to align with who they align with. And that's the beautiful thing about the new blue ocean, that we're just going to trust that.
I do. I love that. And that's kind of why I have the 3 pillars, right? Money, mindset, and marketing. Because I've been looking at my podcast coach and producer, who's not on the call today, but she's been talking about that too, right? To be able to, batch up podcasts into a playlist, because some people are just like, look, all I care about right now is freaking getting my marketing in check. I don't want to listen. Yes, you have a great podcast, but I don't want to have to sort through all of the different topics. I just want to learn about this one thing right now. And then they can binge watch. Somebody mentioned Netflix. Then they can binge watch all your marketing podcasts, like a Netflix episodes, right? So yes, the pillars are there on purpose to try and get people into those same kind of topic matters. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm super excited. Which more podcasts did that? Yeah, it's kind of everybody's strategies are always evolving, right? And people are talking about having little private podcast playlists as a lead magnet. There's all sorts of strategies. We don't need to talk about them all today, but super excited to have you all here and looking forward to a highly successful event. Get sound working. Oh, yeah, right. Talk to Christabel. She's possibly speaking on the summit. Yeah, I'll connect you. She's a master at using Zoom and sound. 6 minutes to the top of the hour. If anybody has any other questions, great. If not, I'll stay on for a little bit, but otherwise that was all I had to get going today. You'll be getting a list of a link for all the speaker support calls, your application form to fill out, and all your affiliate links and promo materials shortly. And thank you for those of you who've already hopped in and said yes. And I can't wait to do this summit thing with you together. Have a fabulous weekend.